Hi, you guys. It's Gunyana, and I'm back with another video. So I hope you all are well. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're enjoying your day. And I pray that God is showing Himself to you, and that you all are just being changed and renewed each and every day. I wanted to come on here today and talk to you all about balance. I know. So, depending on whether you are considered an introvert or extrovert, that'll kind of help decipher the way that you probably are able to find balance in your life. I know for myself, I would consider myself an introvert with extroverted attributes. So, for instance, I don't like to be around a lot of people. I'd like to stay to myself. I prefer a day inside with the doors locked and the windows opened, watching a movie. I'm just very introvert. I'm very just I don't like to be around big crowds. And also, if you've ever struggled with anxiety, that also I feel could have some type of impact on whether you are introverted or extroverted. I know I used to struggle with anxiety so bad. So bad. But at the time, I coped a different way. So I never really had to tackle it. I didn't have to deal with it head on at that time. Although I did know anxiety was a huge issue for me. So, being an introvert, if you are, finding balance can be so hard. I know when I started dating, I guess you could say, not really dating, but when I had decided that this might be something I might look into, I had it was so hard for me to find balance that I found myself talking to five different guys at one time. And when I say talking, it was just talking, but it was overwhelming, and it was intimidating, and I felt like a liar, although I wasn't in a relationship with any of them. Um, but I went from talking to five to talking to zero. Okay, or starting a dieting process and going from 10 meals a day to one meal a day and feeling horrible about that one meal a day. Those are just some examples of how balance can become so unbalanced. So I hope that we're taking time, especially as introverts, we're taking time to really reflect on what it is that we want and what our goals are. I don't believe that you have to change for anybody. I know that part of being introverted and staying to yourself, it helps eliminate a lot of chaos. It helps, for me at least, it helps eliminate a lot of um, unwanted attention. It helps eliminate a lot of negative energy, negative people, toxic people. It kind of helps you with this safeguard that you don't even have to really work too hard on, just because you're so to yourself already. And I think that a lot of other introverts would agree with me on that. It saves you a lot of headache in the end. But it's awkward then when you do find yourself in the company of so many people, or you're invited to this cookout, and oh my gosh, I mean, like, you'll have a million thoughts running through your mind, like, I wonder if they're going to talk about me, if they're going to look at me, do they know about me, what have they heard about me. There's just all of these different things, and some of that I will say is just the devil trying to keep you from walking into your favor and into your destiny. But some of that is true. It's just because you're introverted. I know some people might look at you and be like, "Oh, it's so weird. Like, she doesn't go out, or she doesn't have um, a boyfriend, or she doesn't go to this place or that place or whatever." But really, people that know us, they'll know, like, it's only because she's not about, like, the BS, or she doesn't have time to entertain something that really is fake in the first place. But that's just my thought process. So me trying to find balance within that, it is it's hard. You guys, it is so hard. Um because when you are so to yourself, and then you do try to, step out of that and get into the world, it's you rather just go back home because like whatever you're like, I could be doing this at home, or the people I'm around, like it's no good. It's so you just I believe you just have to learn about yourself and learn what it is that you really want out of life, learn what it is that you are looking for, learn what it is that you don't know that you need to figure out. And I think that'll help us along this path of our journey and being able to really surround ourselves by the right people and the right things. So a lot of different things have an influence on that as well. If you've been crossed wrong, or if you've experienced severe betrayal, or if you've just dealt with finding out that everybody around you was plotting against you or was talking about you, or when stuff got real, nobody was there for you. That type of stuff, that can also affect people, and cause them to become introverted. But then also be careful, because you may have people in your life that never were introverts, and next thing you know, like they're isolated and they're at home by themselves, not answering the phone. You know, we should check on those people. We should pray for those people, because some people, it's not that that's what they choose to do. It's just that something's happened to them that's pushed them to staying away from everybody and then being able to trust anybody. So, yeah, let me know in the comments if you all have any tips on finding a healthy balance with interacting with this world that we live in, and then you know being able to not feel like it's just not worth my time. Um, and I say that not, arrogantly, or like I'm better than being out in the mix. It's just it can drain you. And they use this term like empath. I do have a lot of empathy for people, and that has gotten me, um I wouldn't say in trouble, but I would say it's gotten me very, very disappointed. And so I have to learn. I've had to learn how to use empathy in the right types of situations. I've had to determine, with what measure. Just because this person may not deserve, from my point of view, as much empathy as this person deserves. Just because, that's just how it goes. When people show you who they are, really believe them. But yeah, but just yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. How do you deal with being a person that is okay being by yourself, and is okay just living a life to where you don't have too many distractions, and just trying to step out and not stepping out, overdoing it. Because I also found myself doing that. I found myself stepping out, and then when I did step out, like they should have put me on a leash, because I there was no reason I should have been allowed out. Because it's just like you're like a kid in a candy store, and then you get around people and they're doing this, they're doing that, and it's not even necessarily being so easily influenced. Sometimes it's just like you just want to let your hair down, and it gets you in trouble. And so when you have that problem, you kind of learn just to be okay with being introverted and being by yourself. So yeah, I wanted to touch on that. How do you how do you balance it? When is the right is there a right time to um consistently surround yourself with a lot of people? And if you're an extrovert, how do you deal with not having a lot of time to yourself? I know, like, in the workplace, I'm extroverted. It's just natural. I love when I'm working in traditional business setting. It's so I love it. I love being around the people. Maybe it's because I know it's gonna end, or maybe because I know um, what my calling is at that particular place. But it's just I love it at that point. But then when they start offering like meeting up after work and us going to have lunch here and there, I shake in my boots, because I'm just like, no, I can't do it. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think though. Let me know. How do you find a healthy balance? How do you you know know when you're it's okay to step out, and when it's time to not. That's an area that I'm working on, and along this journey, hopefully I have some good advice for you all. But that's just something that I think that a lot of a lot of us struggle with, and hopefully in the comments we can share. Well, I love you guys. Stay blessed, be a blessing. And if you're an introvert, it's okay. Um, but we do need to work on being around other people, not absorbing their energy though. I love y'all. Bye.